And good. Welcome, everybody. We are recording tonight's workout. We have a guest coach who just last year ran the Olympic US marathon qualifying race, a marathon distance. Cheyne Inman, who is a great coach, has a lot of semi-pro athletes who he coaches down in the South Bay and elsewhere. He is also a great real estate broker. So if you're looking to buy real estate in the South Bay, or you need an amazing coach, especially if you're in the South Bay, check out Cheyne online anywhere. He's on Instagram and Facebook and place. And with that, Cheyne Inman.
Thanks. Thank you guys for having me. I've never done a virtual track workout before, so bear with me a little bit here if I'm a little bit of fumbling on going to transition to different exercises. But the workout today is going to be a sequence of minutes. And so it's going to start with 5 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 2 minutes, then 1 minute. And those will be the on sections. And then the recovery section will be 2 minutes between the 5 and the 4, 2 minutes between the 4 and the 3, and then 1 minute between the 3 minute, the 2 minute, and the 1 minute. So it sounded a little confusing at first, but it's really just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minutes with a rest in between. And you want to kind of gradually pick up the pace as you go. So it's better to start out at a pace that feels a little bit easier than you think and build into a faster pace by the end, rather than go out really hard in the first set and then have it hurt towards the end. So with that, we'll go ahead and get warmed up. So we'll just do an easy, nice 5-minute jog warm up. I think that's pretty similar to what you guys have already been doing for a warm up, right? So we'll go ahead and start the timer. And as you guys are warming up, I'll kind of continue to go over what the warm-up is. So it'll be a 5-minute jog, and then we'll go through some stretching, and then we'll go through some injury prevention drills, and then we'll do a couple strides, and then the workout and a cool down. And so for those of you that don't know what strides are basically a little bit faster than your jog, but a little bit slower than your all-out pace. And you're doing it for about 30 seconds, and then you're stopping and you're resting and you're doing it again. So it's just kind of to get your legs warmed up when you're either just on an easy run. You can do it at the end of your easy run, or like today before a workout, it just kind of gets the legs moving at a faster pace so you're ready to go before the workout gets moving. So they're probably about 5K to 10K race pace is what you'd run them at. And so, so we'll do that after the stretching and the drills. And for the stretching, ideally, you want to use a rope or a towel for this, but since I didn't let you guys know ahead of time, I'm sure none of you guys have a rope or a towel, so we'll do it a little bit differently today without the rope or towel. But keep in mind, if you want to do this exercise in the future, you can do it at home with either just a rope or a towel. I try to actually do it every single day just to kind of keep my legs mobile and my hip. It really helps with hip mobility. So that's what we'll do after the 5-minute easy warm up. And right now we're already 2 minutes into the jog. Hopefully you guys are taking it nice and slow and relaxed. And another thing, when you're warming up, just slowly try to think about what your goal is for the workout. So if your goal is a race in the future, try to think about how this workout is going to translate into your goal race. If you don't have a goal race in the future, maybe it's just an opportunity to practice pushing yourself to a little harder point than you're used to, or just kind of, exceeding what you've done in the past. So try to think about that when you're warming up. What do I want to get out of this workout? If the workout is like this one today where you're progressing in pace, that should really be the goal of the workout. So each repetition, you want to be getting faster. And so if you're only walking today, you're not doing any running, you can still augment the paces that you're walking at. So you can start out at a little bit slower than you normally warm up, or a little bit faster than you warm up at, and then slowly pick up the pace a little bit on the next one and a little bit at the next one, because the last set is only 1 minute long. So you're only having to push it for 1 minute at the end. Even though it's going to be done at a fast pace, you're going to get a break right after 1 minute. So yeah, just try to focus on the workout today is every repetition is faster than the previous one, which the best way to execute that is go out a little bit slower the first rep than you think feels comfortable. All right, so 1 more minute jog warm up. So right now, since we're gonna do 1 more minute until the warm up, for the stretching portion and for the drills, try to find an area that you feel comfortable around, that you can, you know, move around and sit down for maybe 5 minutes, and then that you can do the drills back and forth. So try to find an area right now that you can kind of jog over to that is going to allow you to sit down and see the exercises for the stretching, and then go through the exercises for the drills as well. So another 30 seconds and then we'll stop. And like I said, come on over, I'll demonstrate the stretching exercises, and then we'll go through each one. All right, so we are done with the warm-up section. So go ahead and turn your screen so you can see me real quick. And like I said, you can, and David, let me know if if it looks like I need more time, if people have not made it over to sitting down yet. Everything good to go ahead and demonstrate? All right, so I'm going to use a towel or a stretching rope ordinarily. And I'd imagine that none of you have that with you, but just so you can have an idea of what you would do in the future, is you would wrap that towel or rope around your foot, and you lay back, and you're going to go like up and down through there. But since we don't have that, what we're all going to do is grab the back of your hamstring, and you're just going to go up and down, and we're going to go 10 like that, and then we're going to go 10 straight, and then we're going to go 10 across the body, and then we're going to go 10 outside the body. All right, so go ahead, and then so we'll do 10 on one leg and then switch to 10 on the other leg. So let's go ahead and start. Grab the back of the hamstring, laying on your back, and you're going to go up and down, bending the knee, straightening it, bending the knee, straightening it 10 times, and just do it to a point where you feel like it's slowly stretching. And then once you've done 10 with the bending, we're going to go straight leg. So if it helps, kind of keep the hand at the back of the hamstring, just stretch to a place that feels comfortable. Try to keep the knee, once we're doing the straight leg, try to keep the knee completely straight. Then we're going to go outside the, we're going to go across the body. So keep that leg straight and go all the way over. Try to touch the ground with your big toe on the opposite side of your body. You can keep your elbows out to the side if that helps keep you balanced. Try to reach higher and higher towards your shoulder. So we went across the body, Now we're going to do 10 outside the body. So you're going to go up and out and try to keep that leg straight. Like I said, when you're at home and you try to do these, you can wrap a band around, and that just kind of helps stabilize it a little bit better. So it's something you can do at home before bed with a towel. You can do it before a workout. I like to do it after I've jogged a little bit and I feel a little bit more loose. And then if I'm going to do a workout, it just kind of helps with the full range of motion. So, all right, 10, we've done 10 across, 10 on the outside, 10 bent knee, 10 straight leg. So now we're going to go back to the opposite leg and do the same thing. So we're going to go 10 bent knee. So you can keep your hand at the back of your hamstring and just up and down. Just try to lengthen that range of motion. And then once you've done 10, we're going to go 10 straight leg and try to keep that opposite leg flat on the ground if you can, as you're stretching it up. All right, then we're going to go 10 across the body again. So like I said, try to really stretch up towards that top shoulder, the opposite across your body. You can keep your elbows on the ground if it helps you keep with that range of motion. All right, so then we're going to go 10 the outside the body. So you're going up and out to the side. And when you do this one, sometimes you need to bend your knee a little bit just to kind of keep yourself balanced. That's okay. If you need to bend your opposite leg, that's okay. Try to keep the leg that you're stretching straight though. All right. All right, so now go ahead and stand on up. And the next set of drills we're gonna do for the warm up are exercises that I picked up from Meb Keflezighi. He was the Boston Marathon winner in 2014, silver medalist in the 2004 Olympics. He's won the Olympic trials multiple times, American record holder. And when he won Boston in 2014, he was, I believe, 39 years old. And I was working at Skechers at the time, and we did a piece on him basically to talk about what makes a champion. And I would have expected an athlete at his level to say some crazy workout is the reason that he's at the level that he's at, but he actually said that these drills are what has kept him able to compete at a high level. He does them every single day, not just on workout days, and they just kind of help keep you injury free. And if you're not sure, if we do these exercises and you want to try them again, if you want to try these exercises again, you can look on Meb's book, Meb for Mortals. He has all those exercise drills on there. But we're going to go through a little bit of an abbreviated version just so that we don't take up too much time today. The first one, they're all for mobility. So watch the screen real quick if you can, and I'll demonstrate the first two. It's walking on your toes. So it's just ankle mobility, walking on your toes, and then it's going to be walking on your heels. So toes and then heels, and you're basically just kind of stretching it out, and you're going to do 20 repetitions of both. So we'll start with, so just go a straight line for 20 reps on your toes. So walk 20 on the toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then we'll do 20 walks on the heel. So 20 on the heel, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you're doing these, try to practice your form and your posture. Keep your hips forward, especially when you do the heel walks. The tendency is for your butt to stick out. Try to suck your hips up underneath you. Don't let them fall back, and keep your chest up tall. All right, and then the next exercise I'll demonstrate. If you look on the screen real quick, it's basically like a split squat lunge, but it's walking lunges. And you want to do it with good posture. Same thing, your chest is up tall, your hips are square, your knee is not going over your toe, and you're going to walk. So you're going to take a step, and then you're going to lunge forward and take another step. And we're going to do 20 of those. So 20 repetitions, walking lunges, and try to step and keep your arm swing in the same running motion as if you're running. So 20 repetitions. And we're just doing one set through. All right, once we've done 20, I'll demonstrate the next one. It's similar, it's side lunges. So you're gonna step to the side, and you wanna stretch that back leg on the inner side of your leg, and you're stretching, keeping your chest up tall, and then you're gonna pull the back leg and step again. And you're just gonna go 10 in the same direction, and then you're gonna go 10 in the opposite direction. So you just wanna kind of stretch your groin a little bit, and then pull the leg, step again, pull, and we'll do 10 going one way. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then 10 in the opposite direction. So stay facing the way you're facing, and just go straight back the other leg. All right, so we've got a little bit, so each of these exercises is slowly moving towards more active motions. So those were kind of slow walking type exercises. Now we'll get into a more dynamic exercise. And when you're doing each one of these next 3 drills, really focus on your posture, keeping the chest up, keeping the hips forward. And this one takes a little bit of practice, but it's called an A skip. So you're bringing your knee up to your hip height, and you're skipping. And I don't know if you guys can actually see me on here, but you're bringing it up and moving forward. So it's a skip, but your hip is only coming, or your knee is coming only to hip height, and then you're going forward. So I'll demonstrate one more time if you guys can see. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see on this little screen, but you're skipping and you're going up to hip height with the knee. So we'll do 20 of those straight. So go ahead 20 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then if you want to check on the screen again, I'll show you the next exercise. It's B skips. So A is coming to this position, B is kicking straight out. So what it looks like is you're almost doing like a scoop. So you're doing the same skipping motion, but you're kicking out. So it goes. So as you go, you're bringing the knee up to hip height, kicking out and bringing it down. So it's almost like a horse skipping. All right, so we'll do 20 that way. Try to keep the chest up, hips forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And if you want to look at the screen, the next one is called C skips. So you're bringing your hip up to that same A position, but you're bringing it out. So you're opening up the hips. So it looks like this. So you're doing that same skipping motion, but as you come up, you're bringing the hip out, and then you're bringing it down, and then you're going to the other one. So it's just kind of opening the hips up. So 20 reps on that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. And the next one is called karaoke or karaoke's. You might have done them in grade school, or if you played soccer or baseball or something. You're basically stepping with 1 foot behind you. And then as you step that 1 foot behind you, you're bringing the other foot forward and then bringing your back foot in front of you. So it ends up looking like you're stepping back and then pulling it forward. So the foot that goes behind you is then coming right in front of you. All right, so we'll do just 5 on each side for that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and so sorry if it was hard to figure out what some of those exercises are. They definitely take a little bit of practice, but I started doing them in 2017 when I did the article on Meb, and at the time he was, I believe, 42 years old, and he'd been running he'd run 135 miles that week, and he was preparing for New York, and I think he finished 6th at New York that year. And you know, for his age to still be competing with the best in the world is amazing. And I was like, well, and I'd been injured for like 6 months at that point, and I'd had multiple injuries. And so I was like, you know what, I'll just try anything. And so Meb told me about these drills, and I was like, okay, I'll give him a shot. And he's like, yeah, but you can't do them just whenever you feel like. He's like, you have to do them every single day. So I started doing them every single day in 2017. And it's the health, 2018 was the healthiest year I've ever had. And ever since then, I've been fairly healthy. I've got a herniated disc in my back, but that's a whole nother thing from a car accident. So other than that, the drills have really kept me healthy. And they're not something that you're going to notice an immediate difference from. They're just something that you do and they keep you durable. So if you want to get more info on that, you can look at Meb's book, Meb for Mortals, or you can, I think if you do a YouTube search and just put in Meb Kefleski running form drills, you might be able to find some of them. So those are good options. All right, so next, like I said, we're slowly getting into running faster for the workout. So this will be the last exercise before the workout, and it's 4 times 30-second strides. So what you should really do is try to find a straightaway right now that you have a good, probably at least 50 meters to 100 meters. And you're going to run at you're just going to run at almost an all-out pace, but not quite. You're going to go a little bit slower than an all-out pace. And then we're going to rest for about a minute. All right. So everyone find a spot where they can run, and we'll go for 30 seconds. All right. We ready? In 2, 1, and go. And just really focus on your form, getting up tall, staying on your toes, driving the arms. Everything's moving forward. You're not worried about how hard you're going. You're just going at a functional pace where you feel strong and powerful, but you're not going all out. All right, so keep going, 10 more seconds. And you're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And we'll do four of those sets. And this is just basically trying to get your body a little bit more warmed up so that when we get into the workout, it doesn't feel as painful, because you will have already gone at a pace faster than what we're going to go at for the workout. So you're just going for 30 seconds at this pace, and we'll give it another 30 seconds rest, and then we'll do another one. We'll do 4 times 30 seconds. So almost there. We'll just keep resting. Like I said, you want to be fully recovered for this. It's more about your form and being powerful and staying up on your toes. So strides are something you can do. I do them about every 3rd day or so. And they're basically just, like I said, something that's maybe 5K or 10K race pace. You can do it after your run, and you just want to get full recovery and then go again. So in 3 seconds, we're going to start again and go. So 30 seconds, just focusing on form, getting on your toes, driving the knees hard, staying up tall, practicing good posture, not going all out, just at a strong, steady pace. 10 more seconds. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 down, 2 to go. So these are not all out. These are just done at a pace that you feel like, okay, that was tough, but if I had to go a little bit further, I don't think I could have done it, but I'm not all out. I'm not like gasping for air. It's just, you know, a hard effort. We'll give it a little longer rest, another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll do 2 more sets. Like I said, they're just supposed to be working on form, practicing good posture, staying up tall. Make sure your arm swing is not going across your body. Make sure everything's moving forward. If you're moving any motion side to side, you're just slowing yourself down and you're creating a drag. So you want all your mechanics to be moving forward. All right, 10 seconds, and we'll go ahead and go again. 2 down, 2 to go, and go. So another 30 seconds. Doing good, keep pushing. Like I said, these are not all out, but they should be at a good effort. And you will likely be hurting a little bit, but like I said, this is just a warm-up pace, so don't push all out. And we'll stop and get water after this if you need to. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, just 1 more set of strides. And then, like I said, we'll take a little bit of a break before the workout. If you need to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water or anything, just make sure you turn your mic on off of mute and let us know that if you need a little longer break. But another 30 seconds, and then we'll do 1 more stride. All right, 15 more seconds, and then we'll get rolling. Like I said, focus on your form, focus on what it's supposed to feel like in the workout. So this pace is going to be a little bit faster than the pace you're going to go in the workout. So ready, and go. 30 seconds. Fifteen more seconds, keep going. Stay up tall, keep your chest up. Knees are driving high, you're staying on your toes. This is when you practice form. If you want better form, strides are the way to do it, because you're running for a shorter distance, and then rest, all right? And now it's 4, relax. 4 down, and the workout is about to begin. So like I said, right now, if you need to use a restroom or get water, please turn on your mic and let me know so I don't get started too quickly. Otherwise, we'll get started in like 2 minutes here. All right, so let me just go over the workout again. Depending on where you're running, I would try to make a loop. Everyone's different on what they want to do. You could do this whole workout as an out and back section, or just out on the street, or I like to do it on the track or on a grass loop. And I do this workout at all times during the year. I'll do it when I'm just starting back to running. I'll do it when I'm at peak performance. And the reason is because you can adjust the pace. And so when we start, we're going to start at marathon pace for 5 minutes. So you're going to run 5 minutes at your current marathon pace. And what that means is if you don't run a marathon, if you've never run a marathon, just go at an effort that you feel like you can still pick up the pace afterwards, because we're going to do 5 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 2 minutes, then 1 minute. And when you hit 1, you should be almost at an all-out effort, almost. So if you start 5 too quickly, then you're going to be hurting by the time you get to 1. So give yourself a little bit of buffer and start out a little bit conservative here and then get faster as you go. So we're going to go ahead and start in about 30 seconds. And like I said, it's going to be a 5-minute interval. And then we're going to do a 2-minute rest. And a 2-minute rest can be a walk or a jog. But pace yourself on this 5 minutes so it is an effort that you can sustain for 5 minutes. So if you can even go a little slower than marathon pace. So if your marathon pace is a 10-minute mile, it's okay if you go a 30-minute mile. Just try to go at a pace that is manageable for 5 minutes. All right, and we're on in 5 seconds. All right, ready and go. All right, so this is an effort that you need to be conservative, especially this first minute. Do not go too quickly. If you are going at a pace that you feel like you can hear yourself breathing heavy, slow yourself back a little bit. You're going a little too fast, because we've got 5 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 3 minutes, then 2 minutes, then 1 minute. So that's a lot of harder efforts that you can still pick up the pace. So it's better to be a little bit conservative right now and then be able to pick it up than to go out too hard and be hurting later. So keep holding back. If this feels easy, that's okay. You can make up for it on the next minute or the next 4-minute section. So keep it at a controlled pace. So 5 minutes, and really focus on your form. Listen in on your breathing. It should not feel labored. It should feel uncomfortable a little bit, not your warm-up pace, but not your strides pace. So you're just focused on relaxed, focusing on your form, keeping your hips forward, keeping your chest up tall, staying relaxed. 1 minute down, doing good, keep it up. All right. And one thing you want to do is focus on every workout getting faster. So as the workout gets faster or gets going, you need to be getting faster each rep. And the reason is, if every single workout you go out there and you push yourself as hard as you can and you fall apart and you get slower each minute or each mile of that workout, then you're teaching your body that that's how you run. So when you get into a race, the gun's going to go off, everyone's going to take off, and you're going to push it as hard as you can, and then you're going to fall apart for the whole rest of the race. But that's not how you want to race. You want to race negative splitting it. So that's why this workout is designed to practice slowly picking up the pace so that by the end, you're really pushing it. But in the beginning, you're controlled, you know the effort level, and you're in control of that pace. So the more you practice negative splitting in your workouts, the more likely you are to execute that on race day. And no one's perfect. I mean, if you can come within 30 seconds of a negative split in a marathon, I'd say that's a huge win. But the only way to do that is by practicing it. Doing well. We're almost at 3 minutes down here. Keep going. 2 more minutes to go. We're almost there. Keep rolling. So start feeling out that pace now. Figure out what pace is the pace you're going right now. Are you going marathon pace? Are you going half marathon pace? Are you going slower than marathon pace? Figure that out so that on the 4-minute section, you're able to pick up the pace a little bit from where you were, or slow down a little bit from where you were, so that you can execute the remaining portion of the workout. Keep rolling, doing good. Got about 1.5 minutes to go. Keep going. Almost there. Like I said, focus on your form. This is the portion of the workout when your form is really important, because if your form is falling apart early, then it's only going to get tougher for you as you keep pushing through the workout. Doing good. Keep rolling. We're almost at 1 minute to go. Keep rolling. All right, 1 more minute, then we got a 2-minute rest. So don't let off here. Everything you got, you're gonna get a 2-minute rest in less than a minute. So keep pushing, and the best way to do that is get up on your toes, practice your good posture, knee drive is high, chest is up tall, quick turnover, staying up tall, staying on your toes, driving the knee high, keep rolling. 30 more seconds, then you get a rest. You got it. We're almost there. Keep pushing. Don't let off now. This last 30 seconds is the most important part of every rep. We're almost there. 15 seconds. Keep rolling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So rest. You can walk, you can jog. This is your recovery time. Try not to just stand still. Try to get in a little bit extra mileage as you move. So whether that's walking or shuffling, it's just, take down the intensity, but don't come to a complete stop. So if you can, try to walk it out a little bit. We got the hardest part is down. Once we get the 5 minutes and the 4 minutes, then you just got 3, 2, 1. So you're getting closer to the harder parts being done. So now you've figured out what that pace should be like. If you went out too hard and you were hurting in that last minute, keep that in mind for the 4 minutes. If you finished that 5 minutes and you felt like that wasn't as hard, I really wasn't breathing that heavy, then maybe you need to pick it up a little bit, but feel it out, because this next 4 minutes should be at that same effort level. So the best way to find that effort level is to look at what you just did in the 5-minute section and, kind of decide, did I give myself a good effort, or was it too hard of an effort and I'm going to be struggling the rest of the way? Or was it too easy of an effort and I need to pick up the pace a little bit? So feel that out a little bit here. Unfortunately, in this workout, the rest goes by much quicker than the workout portion does. So we're actually down to 30 seconds more of rest, and then we're back on with the 4 minutes at marathon pace again. So marathon pace is just a guide, but the nice thing about this workout is you can really tailor it to your fitness level. If you're just now starting back to running, or if you're still walking, or whatever level you're at, you can kind of play around with the intensity so that you can make it the whole distance. All right, we're going to start back in 4 seconds, and it's for 4 minutes, and go. 4 minutes on. So same effort level as the last one. If you went out too fast on the last one, figure that out on this rep. If you were feeling pretty rested and recovered at the end of the 5 minutes, then let's give it a little bit more of a push early on. So we got 4 minutes to go. Keep rolling. This is a really good time to kind of practice marathon and really visualize what your goals are. If your goal is the marathon, then visualize what you're doing right now when race day happens. Where do you want to be? What do you want it to feel like? Visualization is the perfect way to make your races happen. Every major race that I've ever won, I pictured exactly what was going to happen before the race ever happened. So I went to bed at night thinking, okay, I'm going to be coming around that turn in 5th place, but feeling controlled and ready to roll. And then I'm going to make that last turn and I'm going to push it as hard as I can. And as soon as I hit that turn, I take off and I pass the 4 or 5 guys in front of me. And all of a sudden I just won the race. And as crazy as that sounds, I've had that visualization aspect happen multiple times where I visualized a race that I should not have won, and it played out exactly how it played out in my mind. And the biggest way of practicing that is when you're running these workouts. So right now, think about exactly where you want to be in your goal race and how you want it to feel. If you're hurting right now, it's probably too early to be hurting too much, because this is still the early portion of your marathon. If you're hurting right now, you're probably not going to be able to maintain that pace to the end. So pace yourself, find marathon pace, find that pace that you can make it last for, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 hours, and control that breathing, control your form, stay relaxed. 2 minutes down, 2 to go. Stay relaxed, focus on your goals, focus on your form, focus on exactly where you want to be and how you want to feel when you're hitting that race. And if that's a time trial, if that's, race, when races start happening again, visualize exactly how and where you want to feel and be at different portions of the race. Well, this is the early portion of the workout, so you want to still feel controlled and relaxed. It's probably going to start hurting a little bit because we're coming up on 3 minutes down, so just 1 more minute to go. So it's okay if you're hurting a little bit more at this point, because you're going to get a 2-minute rest in just about 1 minute. So keep pushing, almost there. Just 1 more minute and then you get a rest. So focus on your form, focus on how you want to feel when you're in the race and it's starting to hurt, and you push through it because you put the work in and you pushed harder than you thought you could. So focus on your form right now and just keep digging down. You got about 30 more seconds. Don't let off now. Keep digging. Up tall, driving the knees, staying up tall, up on your toes. Keep pushing. Almost done, almost 2 more minutes of rest. You're almost at the resting portion. Don't let off. 20 seconds. Keep going, 10 seconds. You're almost done. Keep rolling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, like I said, walk, jog, shuffle. Don't keep pushing at the same pace you were just going at. If you've been walking for the on sections, take the walk down to a shuffle, because the purpose of these intensities is to manage the pacing. So whatever you do, don't go at the same pace that we just went at for the first 5 and 4 minutes. Really take this recovery and take advantage of it. Take it slow. If you have to walk, shuffle, whatever you have to do to get the heart rate to come down a little bit in this next 2-minute rest, then take advantage of it, because the 3 minute, we're going to increase the intensity. So the 5 and the 4 minutes on, we're at about marathon pace. Now we're going to crank it down to about half marathon pace. So that's a big jump, but it's only going to be for 3 minutes. So keep that in mind, that when you start this next rep, it has got to be a jump. It can't just be, okay, it's time to go again. It's got to be, all right, I'm going to really make this one hurt because it's a faster intensity than I was at for the last one. And then you'll get to rest, and then we'll have 2 minutes, and then you'll get to rest, and then you have 1 minute, and then you're done. So take advantage of this 3 minute hard and test yourself. This is the portion of the workout where it's okay if you go out a little bit harder than you think you can, because it's only for 3 minutes and then you get a rest. And if you're hurting after that, you only have to make it through a 2 minute and a 1 minute. So you've gotten through the bulk of the workout. Now is the time to work on pace, or now is the time to work on speed a little bit. So 15 more seconds and then we're on for 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, sorry. We're on for 3 minutes, and it's 3 minutes at half marathon race pace. So just think of it as a lot faster than we just went, all right? So, and we're on 3 minutes. Get after it right from the start here. Get after it, get moving. Leg turnovers quicker. You're not going at marathon pace anymore. You're testing that level a little bit. This is a section that it's okay to tinkle with getting out at like a little bit faster than regular half marathon pace. If you want to try your goal half marathon pace, now is the time to touch on that. Try to really push yourself here for another 2.5 minutes. Keep rolling. Focus on your form, staying up tall. Dig down, keep going. This is the rep that it's okay to push yourself a little bit more. If you're hurting, that's okay. That's normal. Keep rolling. Keep pushing. 1 minute down, 2 to go. Keep rolling. Keep that pace up. If you don't know what half marathon pace is, just give it a good effort, because like I said, you're going to get a rest and then you're only doing a 2 minute and a 1 minute after this. So really dig down and see what you can accomplish on this one. Make that effort a little bit more intense than you did on the last two. Push yourself a little bit harder. If you're walking, focus on your cadence and getting that turnover a little bit quicker. Try to make that rhythm as fast as you can go right now, because it's only for another 1.5 minutes and then you're resting. So try to keep that turnover quick, quick, quick. Go, go, go. Keep rolling. Don't let off. Keep going. This is the portion where it should start hurting. You're 1 minute to go and then you get a rest. So keep rolling. Push, push, push. Stay up on your toes. Dig down deep. Don't let off. This is the portion where it's starting to hurt, and you have the choice of either letting off and saying, okay, it hurt, so I let off, or it hurt and I pushed through it. So push through it, make it hurt more. If it's hurting, dig down, make it hurt more. Focus on your form. Whenever it starts to hurt, focus on, am I bending over and falling to the ground, or am I up tall with my chest high, my head up tall, and my knees driving tall, or my knees driving high, staying on my toes? Because that powerful mechanics is what's going to push you through that pain. So don't give in to it hurting, push through it. 20 more seconds, and then you get a rest. Don't let off now. Keep digging. Up on the toes, focus on posture. Dig, dig, dig. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, 1 minute rest. So the rest is shortening now. The rest is shortening because can you guys hear me okay? The rest is shortening because the intensity is going to be a little bit higher, but the minutes are getting shorter. So we're almost done. We've only got 4 more minutes total, but we've only got 2 minutes and then 1 minute intensities with 1 minute rest. So 30 more seconds, and then we're on for 2 minutes at 10K race pace. And if you don't know what your 10K race pace is, that is an intensity that you would be going at for about, if you've done a 5K, you'd want to add about 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds per mile to that pace of your current 5K race pace. All right, and we're on for 2 minutes. So give it a good intensity. Go. 2 minutes, 2 more minutes. Hard, hard, hard. Go, go, go. Up on the toes, dig down. Like I said, get after it right from the gun right now. If you're pushing it now, you will be able to push yourself in the race. So get after it now. Don't settle down. Don't sink into your stride. Be up tall, chest up high, on your toes. Knees are driving high. Hips are forward. Dig, dig, dig. This is the pace that should really start hurting because we're only doing it for 2 minutes. So if you're hurting, you're doing it right. You've got a little over a minute to go. Come on, dig down. Everything you got. You can do anything for 1 minute. 1 minute is nothing. So push, push, push. Everything you got. Keep rolling. This one should really start hurting because we're getting to the end of the workout. Don't let off. If you don't know what 10K pace is, just push yourself. Give that next gear. Push, push, push. Dig a little bit deeper. Make it hurt a little bit more. Keep rolling. Keep working on your form, staying up tall, pushing hard, digging with your feet, up on your toes, driving the arms. Faster you move your arms, the faster you move your legs. Don't let off. Keep rolling. We got 30 more seconds, and then you get a rest, but push, push, push. Don't let off in this last 30 seconds. Keep going. This should be like your strides pace that we did during the warm-up. It's going to feel tougher, though, because you're at the end of the workout. So don't let off now. You're getting to the end of the workout. Keep pushing. 15 more seconds, then you get a break. Keep pushing. Almost there. Don't let off. Push, push, push. Up on your toes. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. So you should really be hurting at this point. If you're not hurting, you're not doing it right. This is the portion of the workout when you're almost completely done. You've got less than 2 minutes in the entire workout, and then you're just jogging or cool down. So this is the portion where if you're not huffing and puffing, you're not digging down deep enough. So really take advantage of this last minute and really practice your pain tolerance, because this last minute is really just about pain tolerance and how much can you make it hurt, because it's only for 1 minute. Once you get to a point where it starts to hurt, you're going to get a break or you're going to be done. So obviously, like I said, the rests go by quicker than the on portions. And so we're down to just 15 seconds of left on the rest, and then we're going again, but it's just 1 minute. And this 1 minute is at 5K race pace. So pretend like you're on the 5K race start line right now, and the gun is about to go off, and you need to take off just like you're taking off at the gun. All right. And go, take off, go, 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 up on the toes, dig, 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 dig. This is your, as fast as you can go. I mean, it's not an all-out sprint, but it's really got to be fast. Dig, 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 up on your toes, driving the arms, knees are up tall, chest is up tall, your form is good, you're powerful. I always like to think of how light and just fluid the Kenyan runners are, and how they look like they're just floating along, and just try to envision that that's how I look. Even if it's not how I look, I just think, well, I feel like I'm running that fast. So just feel like you're running as fast as a Kenyan right now, and you're going to float along. So just up on your toes, really just try to feel as effortless as possible, even though it should be as painful as possible. Keep rolling. 15 seconds, and then we're completely done. Dig, 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 10 seconds, and then you're completely done with the workout. Just an easy jog cool down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, great work. Good job. So walk around for a little bit. Nice, easy shuffle. Just do not lay down if you're hurting. Just try to stay up tall. Try to walk it off. Walk around for a little bit, just take it easy, catch your breath. If you need to grab water, now's the time. And then we'll just do a nice, easy 5-minute jog cool down. But now is your time to grab water, walk around a little bit. But like I said, do not sit down. If you sit down, you're not gonna wanna stand back up. So keep walking and grab some water. And then we'll get started with just the cool down, and you're done. Workout's going to be, I think, shorter than you guys normally do. I think you guys are normally going till 8 o'clock or so. I think, or it's only about 7:30 right now. So still a good effort level, a good amount of volume. You should always try to change up your volume and your intensity for each week. So if you are upping your volume, you don't want to up your intensity. If you're upping your intensity, then let back on your volume, because when you increase volume and intensity at the same time, you are more likely to get injured. And so that's a good rule of thumb. Also, I take every 4th week as a down week, just to kind of let my body adapt to the training level that I've been putting in. So if you've been building, then take every 4th week to kind of step back on the mileage and the intensity. And then for a week, even if you feel good, and then build up stronger after that. And then that's why I said you want to kind of mix up the workouts. So this workout might have been a little bit more intense, but it was a little bit less volume maybe, or maybe it was a little more volume and it was a little less intensity. I don't know. It's effort based. So try to just play around every week with your effort. If you're pushing it one week, really high intensity, maybe take the intensity down the next week and pick up the volume a little bit, or vice versa. All right, so 5-minute cool down jog. Go ahead and start. We'll get the last 5-minute jog in here, and then you're completely done. So nice, easy, shuffle along. Every time I've ever done this workout, my cool down pace has been a little bit more than a walk because that last 1 minute, if you really push yourself in that last 1 minute, your calves and everything should be sore, and walking and jogging this last little 5 minutes here is even a struggle. So good work. Just keep it easy. Just try to get in a little extra mileage here. There's a few different purposes for a warm up and a cool down. I mean, obviously a warm up makes sense. You want to warm your body up so you don't pull a muscle. But I've had a lot of people ask me in the past, why do a cool down? If you're done, why not just sit down? One, you do want to kind of cool your body down and just ease your way back to a normal heart rate. But two, it's a good way of increasing your fitness and your mileage and your volume without jeopardizing getting hurt. So I always try to extend my cool down based on what my weekly mileage goals are. So maybe one day my workout cool down might be, a 10-minute jog, and then one day my workout cool down might be a 20-minute jog. If I'm training for a marathon, a lot of times my cool down is a lot longer because I'm just trying to get in more mileage. Whereas if I'm training for a shorter distance race, then my workout or my cool down tends to be a little bit shorter. And so you just have to kind of play around with what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish. But like I said, the cool down is a great opportunity to squeeze in a little bit more fitness. Even if you're going at a shuffle, you're still getting the benefits of the adaptations of your body getting stronger when it's tired. There's always that limit of, okay, I pushed it, and when I don't want to go over the line and get hurt, but you also want to, keep pushing that envelope and try to get a little bit more out of yourself than you've done in the past. So the cool down is a great way to kind of squeeze in a little bit more fitness from yourself without jeopardizing intensity or jeopardizing injury with too much intensity. So just keep it at a shuffle, nice and easy. You're all done. The work is done. Now you can relax. Another 2 minutes on the cool down. If you want to do more, by all means do more. Like I said, I always try to squeeze in a little bit more on my cool down if I'm feeling good, just so that I can get a little extra mileage in and it's less work I have to do the next day. Obviously don't go overboard, or if you're hurting, don't do more. If you're feeling good though, and you want to do a little more than 5 minutes, by all means go for it. If you're feeling like you're spent, that means you probably executed the workout really well, and just relax and take it easy and just do an easy 5 minutes and be done. All right, almost done with the cool down jog too, and then you're completely done for the day. Once we're finished here, I would love to hear you guys' comments too, if I went too quickly, or if there was anything, any kind of constructive criticism. I'd love to hear it, or ways that I could help more. But about another minute jog, and then you're done. If you want to keep going, go for it. If you're all done, just, get through another minute jog, and then you're there.
Thank you for the workout.
Good job.
I actually liked it. I saw that every breakdown we did, I actually got faster, and I ended up like
Good.
at 7:30 pace at the end.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly
Yeah.
how you want it to be. And that was another thing I meant to say is you should be able to go on your Garmin or whatever app you use afterwards and look at each interval split, and it should show your average pace slowly creeping down. If you executed the workout right, it should be exactly like what you just said, where by the end you were running your fastest average pace.
I started at about an 9:20, 9:15, 9:20 pace,
Good.
and then gradually got faster. So which is nice. Yeah.
Have you run a marathon?
Yes, I've run 8 marathons actually in 3 years.
And what's your PR?
My PR is 4:42.
And so what is that about a 10, is that like 10 minutes or 9?
And it's like a 10, what is it, like a 10:15 pace?
Okay. So that's really good. So
like
you were able to go faster than marathon pace. And then what's your 5K PR?
I don't even know. I have to look. I can tell you my half marathon PR is 1:15. 1:59.
1:59. Okay,
no.
so that and
1:59.
1:59 is what pace is that? Is that in the 8s?
I think it's in the 8s.
Yeah. So that's good.
Wait, no,
so
actually, I'll take that back. My half marathon PR is actually 1:48.
And what pace is that per mile?
I think at 8:30.
Okay, so so that's about right. So yeah, I mean, you probably are doing a lot of this higher intensity stuff. If you're able to run that much faster than your marathon pace, you probably just by increasing your long run workouts a little bit more, you could probably handle that 9:30 pace in the marathon.
Oh, I wish. Oh,
well, it just takes more miles. Honestly, for the marathon, you just have to do more miles. That's really practicing marathon pace on fatigued legs is the best thing you can do for marathoning. So doing your long run and finishing the long run at marathon pace, or multiple times throughout a cycle, or doing a workout when your legs are fatigued from another workout. It's just practicing running hard when you're fatigued. Like that's what you're simulating a marathon. You're at the end of a marathon, you're going to be hurting. So you can already run your goal marathon pace, no problem. So you just need to practice it more often and maybe increase the volume a little bit. I don't know how much you're running mileage wise, but mileage really is the key to the marathon. I mean, so Meb, like I said, he was 40, I think he was 42 before his last marathon at New York, and he had a 131 mile week that week. And obviously not everyone, so not everyone can do that, but I mean, it just shows that the marathon takes a big level of volume. And Meb talks about that in his last book that he wrote too, that when he was racing in college, he was running 80 to 90 miles a week. And then he realized when he got up to the marathon that if he wanted to compete at the world class level, all those marathoners were running over 120 miles a week. So obviously, if you're not trying to run at the world class level, you don't need to run 120 miles a week. But I'm just saying that for the marathon, you do have to increase your weekly volume a little bit more than what you might be doing for a half marathon or a 5K or 10K.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, good job. That's great. You executed the workout perfectly. So that's good.
Thank you. Feels good.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to stop the recording and I'll unmute a lot of you guys and we can chat if you want. But first, before I stop the recording, I just want to thank Cheyne so much.
Thanks for having me on.
New ideas,
Thank you.
and we'd love to drag you back and have you do it again sometime.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, everybody. Thanks, Cheyne Inman.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you so much.